Okay, hey, internet, forums, whatever, YouTube, the audience in general. So I'm John, and a couple of people, friends of mine, wanted to know specifically what was entailed as far as installing a Nexus 7 into their vehicle because essentially it, in my opinion, comes out a better bang for the buck than any, double DIN head unit or any head unit for that matter, as far as what it's capable of running on the Android platform. Yeah, so like efficacy and performance versus dollar value, it turns out that it's hands down much, much better than anything that I've come across thus far. So in regards to the Miata specifically, what that entailed in my particular model is I happen to have a Bose audio system, and that essentially goes to state that there is an amp that powers the two channels. I believe it's just two channels in this vehicle. Other vehicles may have multiple channels that go out from there, and then from that point, other equipment may be necessary for optimum solutions. But in my instance, it was, lucky, just two channels. That said, anything that outputs in stereo to that Bose amp would be more than functional. And so rather than remove the Bose amp and then go through and replace speakers and that nightmare, I simply just kept the Bose amp in place and triggered the Bose amp off of the switch power line from the standard head unit. So what I was able to do is just completely remove the head unit that was in there. It was not the factory head unit. It was some aftermarket head unit when I bought the vehicle. It was a double DIN navigation system, but the maps were dated back to 2007. This is 2014. That was the newest update that they had. So it was kind of worthless. Apparently I live in a swamp, so which isn't the case anymore. There's a garage in front of you. But anyway, so I kind of wanted to outline what I was able to do and how it works, and a brief demo of the setup in my vehicle specifically. Again, it's very straightforward across almost any other vehicle because it's power, it's audio, that's it. And then other degrees of functionality that you might want to put in there is entirely up to you. So that said, here is what it looks like now. It is not in its final form. It is not cleaned up. That's kind of, I'll talk about why it looks like that as it is right now. But so anyway, what I needed to do is I had to take out the original head unit that was there, and then I wanted to have the system for a little bit. I had it set up as a permanent install, and as such, it was, I don't know. I have some concerns. Being a Miata, when the weather gets nicer, I'm going to take the hardtop off, and it just seems like it would be, I don't want to say that it would encourage someone to steal it, but it is what it is. Anyway, so I figured a removable option would be good. And again, this is not as pretty as it could be. It's just that you'll note that there is a reinforced leather backplating here that goes over. It's actually just a leather case that I took the cover off of that I needed. And then I utilized the backing, or I suppose the backing of the case in and of itself, the part that retains the tablet in and of itself, so that I could, rather than fastening things to the tablet itself, I could simply do it to the case. And after I did the permanent install, I needed to shave the bezel a little bit, and I wasn't really happy with the look that it had afterwards. And so I needed to clean it up when I decided that, hey, this is the direction I'm going. And so I've vinyl wrapped the whole thing in carbon fiber vinyl. I mean, I could have gone with anything, but that just happens, and my stomach's growling. That's because I have a bag of Greek food over there. Anyway, so as we are here, I wanted to be able to set it up so that I would be able to transmit audio to the vehicle, obviously, and then trigger various different events based on power and still be able to charge the tablet while we were going. So what this actually is it's a wireless charger, and it routes out to a 3.1 amp charger that is wired into the cigarette lighter, because, whatever. And I still retain the cigarette lighter so that I'll be able to put whatever else there, charge a phone, something. And at some point, this is actually going to get trimmed up so that the cable actually tucks flush under there, and there will be a shelf here so that I can just completely 86 or get rid of this Velcro. It's not to taste. And you'll notice that there's like the white from the glue but the Velcro is going to go completely away. The reason why the Velcro exists in the first place is because of these magnets. Magnets hold it great as far as position. However, they don't keep it from dropping down. And that's why there's going to be a tiny little bit of a lip right here that will hold the bottom of the tablet so that the Velcro doesn't need to exist. The magnets will keep it from going side to side, whatever the case may be, but it still won't, be playing against gravity, pulling it down. So there's that. And so, again, the magnets are there. They cannot be on the bottom. That would be great, except for the fact that it triggers the screen to turn on or off. Now, with the exposed framework, I can remove that, but I figured I'd like to retain that functionality without having to toggle things, enabling, disabling modules and plugins for another application. So there's that. It is what it is. There's going to be a little bit of an acrylic or something shelf there. The Velcro will go away. And it will just simply look like a disc in the center and then two magnets that are sitting up top. These are they're pretty tough. They're, or not tough, but strong. The neodymium magnets, whatever. I'm horrible at pronouncing that. Magnets, and I'm blocking myself with a hand. Anyway, that hold it pretty good. So let's actually get into demoing the functionality. So it's pretty straightforward. You line up your magnets, they essentially guide it in, and you let it go. The Velcro does the rest, and it's just essentially magnets hold it up top, Velcro holds it on the bottom, we're good. So from here, there's actually a triggered event in which when the tablet comes into power, the screen will light up. I didn't set it up so the tablet has to go to sleep or go into deep sleep mode. I didn't require any custom ROMs. It's actually the factory ROM. It is rooted for some of the other stuff that I'll show you here in just a couple of moments, but because, again, it's a removable install. I just physically take it with me when I'm done. That's it. So anyway, we will go ahead and give it power, and you'll hear that the charger just initiated. My door's just locked.
External power source detected.
And external power source has been detected. So there's that, and it's set up. I've got, that's where I'm at, Hillsboro, Oregon, and weather, time, etc. And just the general stuff that I'm going to be using while I am out and about. I don't know that I'll ever be browsing the internet, but I might need to look up a telephone number, make a phone call, messages, whatever the case may be. Everything that I use for me personally is right there. As far as audio, there is a solution for audio regarding Bluetooth. And when it comes into power, it knows, do not turn the screen off when charging by any kind, and initiate Bluetooth, or at least turn Bluetooth on in the event that it is not already on. So from there, it will then go to a handy-dandy Bluetooth module that I just push a button for, and it starts up. That might look like it's out. It's not actually off. It's just, it dims itself, which is great.
Wireless audio connectivity initiated.
And now the wireless audio connectivity has been initiated. So there's that. It's pretty loud. That can be adjusted, obviously. And then again, you'll note that the volume button up here, not exactly easy to get to. Timmer had a ROM that brought it down here, but it's kind of fickle when you're driving. So I had a solution right there. You can add volume control here, but I decided to take it a step beyond that. So something that's kind of cool. Turn volume, set the volume to 25%, I guess.
Volume is now set to 25%.
So there's that. Or you want it to get louder because it's just not loud enough, whatever the case may be. We'll find a track that's reasonable to listen to. Green Day, I guess, if that's what you're into. So, and then the audio is obviously coming from the car stereo without any wires. And then again, when you're done, physically pick it up, take it off, you're good to go. And that's with the Bose system intact. Set the volume to 100%. So there's that. Anyway, it's really loud. So make the best. Set the volume to 25%.
Set to 25%.
Anyway, so, and then again, I can change it to whatever the case may be, and various different whatevers that I might want. Initiate automotive diagnostics. So you've got your torque, whatever the case may be, whatever it is that you want.